Morning, y'all. Jimmy Kimmel's words lit a fuse on his show. He mocked Donald Trump's response to the killing of Charlie Kirk, saying it was how a child mourns a goldfish. He accused Trump allies of twisting the tragedy for politics. Within days, Disney pulled Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air. The decision lands just as Disney faces sharp criticism for its Snow White remake, accused by many of pandering to politics. Together, these moments show how the company is squeezed from every side, a media giant trying to balance entertainment, profit, and American divide. What's happening now is about more than one late-night host. It touches the heart of how America communicates, governs, and even grieves. There are rising fear of censorship, with federal regulators hinting that broadcast licenses could be challenged if networks stray too far from what those in power consider acceptable. That warning doesn't just hang over ABC. It signals to every newsroom and studio that the weight of the government can tilt the scales of what is allowed on the air. It is also about the clash of personalities. Donald Trump seized on Kimmel's suspension, applauding Disney for what he called the courage to do what had to be done. His comments turned a corporate decision into a political trophy, proof in his telling that media critics are being humbled. For Trump, Kimmel's absence from television is not just programming, it's a part of the campaign trail. And then there's a matter of grief. Charlie Kirk was gunned down, leaving family, friends, and followers in shock. Many felt Kimmel's jokes, however aimed at politics, landed on raw wounds. They argue that ridicule in a moment of loss adds a division instead of healing, and that the pain of these closest to Kirk deserves space untouched by late-night laughter. Behind it all lies the hard business of broadcasting. Affiliates like Nexstar and Sinclair refused to carry Kimmel's show, threatening ABC's reach across the country. Advertisers, ever wary of controversy, began stepping back. Inside Disney, executives weighed the math, what they could defend, what they could risk, and what they had to sacrifice. The choice to suspend Kimmel was as much about balance sheets as boardrooms, and it was about public discourse. That is why this story has drawn such a huge response. In one flashpoint, it captures the nation's raw nerves, the struggle between free speech and regulation, the theater of politics and personality, and the solemnity of grief, and the cold realities of profit. At stake is not only the television show, but how America decides who gets to speak, who gets silenced, and who holds the power in between. What do you think?